Right, it's time to take a look at what's been happening in this weekend's headlines. First up, how would you fancy having a meat-free Monday? That's what world-famous vegetarians Paul and Stella McCartney are suggesting the world should do. In a bid to cut down greenhouse gas emissions caused by meat production, they want people to give up meat for at least one day a week. So what do we think? Would you go meat-free on a Monday, Jane McDonald?
No! I like my meat. And the thing is, when you've had your Sunday roast, there's always a bit left over, and I love Monday meat treats, because, you know, you have it with chips and salad, a bit, you know...
Chips and salad?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I know. You know, so, I mean, you always have Monday leftovers. I mean, I do. I don't know about anybody else.
Would you do a meat-free Tuesday, if we remove the leftovers?
Why? What? Listen, why don't they eat meat for a day?
It's a fair argument.
Well, you have to say that there is a point. There's a big thing out today as well about how men are 40% more likely to get cancer because they don't eat properly, and vegetarianism is, you know, a more healthy option. I just think the reason, because I was a bit poo-pooey about vegetarianism, and over the years I eat less meat now than I did, and good vegetarian food is very tasty. If you think of curries and Thai food and all those kind of things that are tasty, I think people just think it's a bit bland because it's not been cooked very well.
But don't you think that, I mean, there's something else in the paper today that said the perfect diet is lean meat with vegetables. I'm so confused about
I think most people are very confused.
But a bit of both is always good. But I mean, it's one of those things that I think actually is not a bad idea to eat, go veggie for a day if it does help. Yeah. And also it might take you down a whole new avenue, Jane.
I love my butcher and I'm sticking with it. Fine.
That's another thing altogether. You're a butcher. What can I say?
I was a veggie, actually. I went through a phase in my late teens, early 20s. I think for 3 years I was a veggie, and I was the fattest I have ever been.
Really?
Because I didn't really know how to cook. I certainly didn't know how to cook vegetarian food. And when you're young and single and out all the time, you don't want to cook anyway. So I just existed on bags of crisps, I think, and chocolate, basically. So I was very unhealthy, and it was, I'm afraid, for that reason, quite boring. So when I kind of grew out of my phase, I did go back to eating meat, but not much red meat. I was quite healthy, chicken and lots of fish and stuff, but now I am married to the son of a farmer.
Oh, hello.
There's just red meat galore, and I am trying to cut down on it a bit because for health reasons, you know, he would eat lamb morning, noon and night.
Send him round my house, I'll look after him.
You can have some of your leftovers, charming.
But I think if I knew how to cook vegetarian food that was really tasty and really satisfying,
yeah, that's
I probably
the problem.
would do
I don't like enough vegetables really to be just stick with vegetables all day. But I'm with Jane really. I like my meat.
What's your favourite cut?
Oh, I do like lamb. No, do you know what though? You know why I would like to stop eating meat? I would actually like to not eat meat purely for the animal. You know, I back onto a farmer's field and I've stopped naming them. These sheep.
But you see, I always name them and I ate them. I loved them, I looked after them, and I loved them, and then
you're a farmer's daughter, that's why.
Name them and eat them.
Yes, you can. It's
So
better.
what happens if we don't eat them? There's going to be a lot more of them, which is going to then destroy the planet even more, innit?
Well, they're only chewing the cud, love. It's not like pollution. Well, it would be pollution, wouldn't it? Yes.
A lot of methane.
More grass, more...
Next, a story that has dominated the papers this weekend, and that is that Madonna has finally been given the go-ahead to adopt a second Malawian orphan, Mercy James. The singer is said to be ecstatic after having been given the news. So are we happy for her?
Do you know what? I am happy for her because, you know, she gets a lot of stick, Madonna, for this all the time. And, you know, when she first applied to adopt her, she was refused and all of that, and she carried on and she fought for it. You know, the easiest thing for her would have been to say, do you know what, I'm just going to walk away from it because she gets slaughtered whatever she does. So, for me, I am happy for her, and if that child has a better life, then why not? And I really believe that Madonna does do it for the right reasons. I don't feel she does do it for you know, as a fashion accessory. I don't think she needs to do that, and it's not her fault that the papers follow around. She doesn't court that.
Yeah, actually, she pours a lot of money. I think people sort of say she sort of flies in, picks a child and goes.
Flies out,
But I think for years, for about 15 years, she's had Raising Malawi, a foundation that she's poured millions and millions and millions of dollars into. So I admire her for that. My only little thing with it, I'm glad that she's got the little girl now, but I really hope she doesn't just I think she's with the director of her orphanage out there at the moment, the little girl. I hope she doesn't just get put on a private plane and flown out. I want Madonna to come and bond with her and take care of her, because she must be bewildered at this point, you know,
Yeah.
coming out of an orphanage into a kind of halfway house hotel where she is now. I hope she doesn't just click her fingers and get a plane to bring her.
I'm sick of this celebrity business of adoption. I think it's fantastic if it highlights adoption, and I would love more people to adopt. I fear sometimes it puts people off, you know, that it's also celebrity orientated, and actually at the end of the day, no good, you know, I'm sure she's very well meaning and all the rest of it, but I just bored
But you
of it
know,
all,
that
really.
puts me off, because I'd love to adopt. I've always wanted to adopt, but actually what puts me off now is the fact that I'm frightened of being classed as, another celebrity that would adopt a child. It actually puts me off.
Especially when she goes, no, but especially when you go on your world tour, love, you know, you'll be looking after it, you know.
Well, yes, because you're about to go on tour, and Madonna's on tour. You know,
Not
so
with
I mean,
us.
not with you, obviously.
She should be so lucky.
But
busy.
that's kind of. But and I think it. I mean, good luck to her. Let's hope it. You know, it's going to be great. I think any child that's taken out of an orphanage is a success. If somebody, you know, because it must be, you know, a very difficult life, especially where Mercy's come from. So, good luck to her. And she has put a huge amount of money into Malawi, like you were saying, Jackie. So. Don't know what's going to happen next, though. What happens if she wants another one? That's when it might get a bit.
Finally, Bruce Forsyth made the news again after not being given a knighthood last week, even though a petition was submitted, signed by over 25,000 people. He says he's happy with his current status, though, as a CBE. But what do we make of it? Should Bruce become Sir Bruce?
I think it's a shame. I think he deserves it. I have my reservations about celebrities and
You're
all
hard on celebrities, aren't you?
No, I'm with Lynda. I'm with
and
Lynda.
gongs and all that. And I've always thought that they were given to people who gave their lives for their country and did also. And it's all part of that culture. Everybody seems to want to have a prize for something, you know.
Exactly, and I think Brucey deserves it.
Well, because we've got that culture, he deserves it more than some.
I don't understand
you know.
why they haven't given it to him. You know,
Because he's
so
had a
I-
CBE, it's just had a CBE, and you've got to wait 5 years until. So he wouldn't have been able to have one this year anyway. It'll take till 2010, won't it? If he is going to receive an LBE.
So I'm with Lynda. I think this sort of recognition should be given to people who go through life giving of themselves to local communities, sort of unsung heroes, and they finally get their day in the sun, the day of recognition. I don't think being an...
Brucey, I bet over the years has done loads for charity. He's
Well,
still there.
if he was being awarded,
he's worked all his
if he was
life.
being awarded it for a specific, you know, charity that he set up and over the years given to himself, good, that's great. If you're just giving it for your years of years of service to the entertainment industry, I don't agree with that.
He's made so many people happy.
Yes, and he's been very well rewarded for
Don't
that.
have a go at Brucey, Jackie.
I'm not. I love him, but I think he's a great entertainer. But he has had his rewards. There are people who don't have any kind of financial reward or any kind of recognition who deserve it more.
And also, there's an awful lot of people who turn them down, you know, that we don't know about.
Well, I certainly wouldn't. I'd be saying yes, thank you very much.
I've started
would you
the
like,
petition
Jane?
already.
Yes, Jane, I can feel it coming on.
Pantomime in Cardiff, that'll be about it.
If you want to know how you could start a campaign for the loose woman you'd like to see honoured in next year's list, and to turn Jane McDonald into Dame McDonald, or maybe make it Lady Lynda Bellingham, then go to the website where... No, I'm kidding. You've got no chance.
So cruel.
In